And now they'll be politely ushered off the ice as we make way for the next ceremony.
Now the victory ceremony for dance.
Finale du Grand Prix essuie de patinage. Cérémonie des podiums de la catégorie danse sur glace.
ISU Grand Prix of Figure Skating Final. Victory ceremony ice dance.
As we are presented with the medalists, this discipline is becoming so intriguing. So many changes, so many possibilities for a number of teams. Winning the bronze medal
Third and winner of the
from
bronze
Great
medal
Britain,
from
Lila Fear and Lewis Gibson.
Lila Fear and Lewis Gibson.
And what a season they are having. The only two-time winners on the Grand Prix circuit, and now they've moved up from fourth place, twice fourth at the World Championships and fourth at the Grand Prix final previously. Now Lila Fear and Lewis Gibson climb up onto the podium.
Clearly they can see the possibility of a world medal in Boston as they continue their ascent.
And literally letting the hair down now as they go into the podium.
To see the silver medalists, redemption in some ways for Charline Guinard and Marco Fabri of Italy. A comeback, a rediscovery of the great skate here in Grenoble.
And this free dance and this result, they have said post-event, has pushed them away now from the misery of the skate in France, and now they're feeling very definitely and definitively back on track. And when asked about the Olympic Games in their home country, they've acknowledged that whilst that's of course something that they're happy about, they're conscious that there are many important competitions ahead of them prior to that.
Well, just like that in a program, one thing at a time. Can't jump to those games. They will build towards it as every athlete, every competition, every training period. And although it seems like a long ways away, it goes quickly. And the gold medal winners here from the United States, Madison Chalk, Evan Bates, they were absolutely outstanding here.
And their win here in the defense of the Grand Prix title made all the sweeter by having Evan Bates' parents and Madison Chalk's parents-in-law here to see it live in Grenoble. And what's been most special about this win is not just the defense of their title, but the convincing defense by a surprising over 12-point margin.
And I think in the past, one would think they would keep that margin moving forward, but the ice dance event has been so unpredictable, and they're all pushing to the limits, so one never really knows. However, you'd rather have that than not, as they head towards Boston and the World Championships at home.
And they've all been through so much together. The gold and bronze medalists trained together in Montreal, but the Italians and Chalk and Bates, as we said during the broadcast of the event, have experienced Olympic competition on multiple occasions now together.
Please welcome the International Skating Union representative, Mr. Tatsuo Matsumura, who will award the medals.
Lila and Lewis taking their first Grand Prix final medal. And we have to give a shout out really to the other competitors in what was an incredibly deep field of ice dance. And Piper Gillis and Pop Poirier coming in as possible contenders for the title, at least come away with a second place free dance today after the disappointment of the fall in their short program yesterday.
Yeah, and that will help sort of encourage them as they move forward and say, okay, it's a blip along the way, and we'll put that behind us. We'll move forward because we can see that we have the ability, we have the vehicles, we have more opportunity coming up.
And as we see the medals awarded to the champions, I'd wondered what could be the motivation for Madison and Evan, having experienced so many successes en route to this, having had their wedding this year, having achieved the Olympic gold team event acquisition early this year, but yet they seem in the post-event interview to have showcased that it is their love for skating and skating together which continues to push them through the challenges of training towards these events and these successes.
What a busy season, and of course you and I who cover the Junior Grand Prix had the good fortune to work with them as guest commentators as they watched the juniors, and how valuable was that for the young teams to hear their commentary, Chalk and Bates, on their performances in the junior categories. Wonderful people, wonderful.
And they are ambassadors for World Ice Skating Day on the 15th of December, yes. And such worthy ambassadors, because not just great skaters, but such good linguists in speaking of their love for our sport and what it has done for them as humans as well.
Well, this organizing committee had to purchase a lot of Christmas trees. And now we will hear the anthem of the United States, now for the third time in senior.
Mesdames, Messieurs, les médaillés de la catégorie danse sur glace.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are your medalists.
Well, Mark, as they take the official photos and the victory lap, just a quick wrap-up of this event at this stage of the season and what you feel we can expect. Let's go through the categories now. We're looking at ice dance. We know that the European Championships are coming up, the four continents. How important are those competitions in preparation for Boston, the Worlds?
Well, it's very interesting as we look at this ice dance podium and we consider what happened in the junior event as well. We're referencing Boston as the pinnacle of this season in America, and we've seen American Anthem played 3 times today, but also we look ahead to 2026, and the junior champions in the ice dance category came from Italy, the silver medalists here from Italy. There is a definite sense of a push for the nations, which will be the hosts to the most prestigious events upcoming.
Really one of the greatest sporting events for mankind, the Olympic Games, of course, and let's not forget about the team event, how important that is for the Olympic Games.
And that's where, you know, America's looking very, very strong, having been triumphant in Beijing 2022, but also there's been such great representation over the course of this week by the Japanese skaters, who were the silver medalists that awarded their silver medal in Paris last summer.
That will be interesting indeed. And let's move on to the women's event now. We've seen a new emergence, if you will, a new possible champion in Amber Glenn.
And that's just an amazing story of representation in our sport. A worthy winner because of the brilliance on the ice, but also another advocate. We've referenced Chuck and Bates on screen now as ambassadors and advocates for World Ice Skating Day, but Amber Glenn is just an incredible ambassador for sport, humanity, and triumph over adversity and challenges. And so that story is really exciting for our sport, because that story can transcend the competitive arena to impress others beyond the ice skating fandom.
And I can see that followers of Amber Glenn will just continue to grow, you know, as they lead up into the World Championships in Boston. And let's move over to the pairs event.
Oh, the pairs event. Exciting to see Minerva Fabian Haza and Nikita Volodin win again. They, like Ilya Malin and like Chuck and Bates, have defended, which they often argue is more difficult than to take a title. It's harder to defend a title, and they did just that this week. And I was so impressed to see Minerva and Nikita coming today to the rink, having won yesterday, to support their training mates. Again, confirmation of good humanity as well as good skaters. And could they follow in the footsteps of the likes of Aliona Savchenko and Bruno Masso before them in becoming Olympic champions?
And finally, as we close out the men's event.
Well, the men's event and what we witnessed today is an indication of even greater groundbreaking situations ahead. Ilya Malinin attempting all 6 quads in one skate, in one program, is just something that fans of our sport didn't believe possible. He has a vision beyond comprehension of others.
Well, there's lots to look forward to over the next few months as we lead into Boston in March. And this will conclude. We hope we've enjoyed it. We've had a great time doing this. Don't forget, tomorrow the exhibition will take place at 1400 hours here in Grenoble. We hope that you will join us online for that and on the television networks around. So, Mark, thank you so much for bringing your expertise, your fun, your sense of humor, and your passion to the sport of figure skating. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast of the Grand Prix final here in Grenoble 2024. Tomorrow, the exhibition at 1400 hours. We hope you'll join us.